Hi, Rory. Hi, niece. We have Sylvia today. So I'm thinking probably a 2 inch either square tubing or C channel frame, angle iron, 2 inch going across for supports along there. I do the leaf spring sitting on top of the axle, so it actually probably sit a little further down, have a little bit more ground clearance than that. From the ground to the top right here, which this whole back would swing open. You can see like that here. This would swing open to give access to the back compartment where the outdoor kitchen and stuff. But from right here to that point to the ground, I want at least 6.5 feet so I can stand underneath here to cook and stuff. And the plan is to do the whole thing. So you can kind of see this is the whole thing is one body, obviously. But I'd have an interior wall here and then an interior wall here. And then this actually would be over the tongue, this area here. So this would taper, obviously, only be about a foot, maybe 16 inches long, and it would taper with the tongue. So interior wall here, and then the AC would mount centered right there with the face inside and the rest of it outside. And this box, I want to do a basically plywood it with everything else, but line it on the inside with like a pink foam, like a 1 inch pink foam, with the bottom being open. So the bottom would be like expanded steel right there, which would allow both the generator and the air conditioner to breathe and get natural airflow. And then I would run the exhaust tube off the generator. Put it. Girls, can you please go upstairs like I asked you to? The generator would have the exhaust would be routed down and either out or out the side. So AC generator there. The heater would be mounted above I'd probably put a small headboard above the pillow area here with the heater mounted there and a line going into this, which down here would be where the propane, my cooler and water will all be. And I'll put a T off the propane tank to run both the heater and my propane stove I've got. So I do a window on both sides, and I'm thinking a door on both sides. So it would basically, this would be mirror image on both sides of it. I'll probably end up building a roof rack or something for it too, to haul kayaks or a canoe or camp chairs or whatever the case may be. And then this would be the back view. So the back would open up. So this is a separate compartment. I'm looking at 7 foot by 5 foot sleeping quarters, which is the same size as the tent that I was sleeping in when we went backpacking. And you, me, and Wes, and not comfortably, but we could lay in there. So I figured two people would. It was a pretty comfortable 2-man size tent. So 5 by 7 is so the body would be 5 foot wide, sleeping compartment 7 feet long. This I'm expecting to be about 2 feet, and this I plan on doing about a foot. So it'll be about 10 foot overall. So back hatch opens up. I'll do some gas struts right here to hold this up. So it'll be kind of a canopy over the outdoor kitchen. And then here you'd have, in whatever order, a good quality cooler, water container for dishes, drinking water, whatever, and then a 20-pound propane tank. And then these two upper cupboards would be non-perishables. They would be dishes, spices, whatever, canned goods. And then this center section here with the dividers in there, this I'm going to put on a drawer pull-out. So that will come out probably 18 inches, to the 2 foot mark. You can't get a 100% pull out usually on a drawer, but if it's 2 feet deep, I should be able to get 18 inches out of it. And the center will be divided, and this center area will be the same size as my propane stove folded down. So that will just live in there. So this whole area here, not just the center, but this whole width would pull out. So it would be a essentially 5 foot wide, just underneath, it'd be 4.5 feet essentially. 4.5 foot wide pull out shelf with the camp stove would be in the center. And that would mean that all your pots and pans and everything would be cooking stuff would be above it. You'd have room to the left and right of it for prep or food or whatever else you got going on there. So it'd be kind of a little camp kitchen, and of course your water and stuff would be underneath the shelf. So, and then the propane could be lined up. Like I said, I'll tee off the propane for the camp stove, and then again for the heater on the inside. But anyway, so that's kind of my thought. I kind of wanted to do tongue and groove on the inside because I like it, and then the outside I'll do a good quality plywood, and then I'll go over the whole thing, probably one layer. I'll do resin and then roll some fiberglass mat into the resin, and then of course you have to resin over the top of that. So, and that will make it 100% waterproof. It will also make the fiberglass will give it quite a bit of structural integrity. It'll make it stiffer and stronger, and it'll be a lot less susceptible to abrasion, cracking, all that kind of stuff. And of course, when you wrap the fiberglass, when you wrap it around all the corners and the body and everything else like that, it becomes 100% waterproof. So, and I would build the body separate of the frame. So I would build this up on sawhorses, flip it upside down and do the fiberglassing on the bottom and the top, and fiberglass the entire body as one, and then mount it to the trailer. Drill a couple holes, silicone, and bolt it down wherever it needs to be bolted down, and it would be 100% waterproof. I'd have to do a seal around the door and a seal on the back hatch, and of course, your window. I'm not going to do any top vents. I think that having the side from the windows on both sides and the air conditioner in there will be more than enough circulation, because the air conditioner, if the generator's going, can be an AC or just the fan. And it should be super efficient. The whole thing I'm going to do in 2x framing, and then I'll do the great stuff, spray foam insulation, just in between it all, and then I'll shave it all off with a handsaw, anything that goes excess of the outside, and then sheet the whole outside in that the thinner plywood, which I can get away with the thinner plywood because the fiberglass will give it a lot more structural integrity. So, and I'd like to keep it light. I'd like to keep the overall weight of the trailer under 1,000 pounds if I can, which might be asking a lot, but that's kind of the goal. I want to be able to pull it with a Bronco or a small SUV or half-ton pickup without any issues, and it really not affect fuel mileage too terribly much. I want something that I can hook up to and pull long distance if we wanted to. And this would be something I can use immediately. The kids could sleep in the Bronco, Margaret and I could sleep in here. If we wanted to do camping trips like that, kind of off the beaten path, or later on in life when the kids are gone and Margaret and I are, it's just her and I, it would work obviously good for that too. But I really want to get away from the big camper idea. I find that people want to spend too much time in there, and I prefer to have a tent over the camper anyway. So I think this will be kind of the best of both worlds. But anyway, that's my plan. Enjoy work. I'll catch you later.